What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So part of signing my PBA contract with California Bowling meant that I got a 3-ball tote with 3 new bowling balls in it for a pretty decent price. So one of the first balls that I decided upon arrived at my house today, and I'm going to get it laid out. It is a pretty unique ball from California Bowling from the swag line. It's actually an overseas ball that was released in the US, and we only had limited numbers of them. It's called the Silver Bell. So I'm really excited about this ball. It's got a really good cover stock on it that is real popular on some of our other Pearl balls. And as far as numbers are concerned, it's going to get pretty far down the lane. So we're going to get a layout on this ball, and then hopefully I can get it drilled by next week sometime. Then I'll get a ball review video out for this particular ball. All right, guys, so there's the Silver Bell. Very silver, obviously, based upon the name. I like the logo on this ball. Very bright green, fluorescent colored. All right. The only thing I don't like about this ball so far is the pin is extremely hard to find. It's silver, just like the cover stock, and so when you're actually looking to lay this ball out, there it is. It's really hard to find. I wish it was like yellow or white. All right, so as far as the layout on this ball is concerned, I'm going to put my favorite pinup layout that I use on most of my pearls. We're going to go with a 4.5-inch pin to PAP and a 2-inch pin buffer. I usually don't like going too big on my pin buffer on a symmetric pearl just because I want to make sure that ball still is going to shape for me at the end of the pattern. I've had a ball in the past that I've laid out with a 3-inch pin buffer with a 4.5-inch pin to PAP, and I always had issues with the ball basically not going through the pocket like I needed it to, even on drier conditions. So pin down for me is 2 to 2.5 inches. Pin up for me is usually going to be anything like 2 inches or below that as far as pin buffer. My smallest pin buffer is usually about 1.5 inches. So Alright, so there it is. We've got a 4.5-inch pin to PAP with a 2-inch pin buffer. For me, that puts the pin just above my ring finger on most of my balls. It kind of depends on the pin to CG length, but in this case, it's going to be almost right in between my bridge, just slightly up. So that's going to be a pretty smooth motion off the back of the pattern. This ball, most of our Pearl bowling balls are concerned, actually gets pretty far down the lane. So I've got the stats here. The Silver Bell is a 2.575 RG, and it still has quite a bit of flare potential at 0.049. So it's going to want to get down the lane pretty far before it starts to make its move. That's why I didn't put anything longer as far as the pin to PAP, because I just want to make sure the ball slows down. And more importantly, my track is usually pretty high. And if I go too long on my pin to PAP, what I have issues with is the ball rolls too forward and I can't get it to do anything basically. So my pin to PAP is usually go a maximum of 4.5 inches, and if I want something stronger than that, I go all the way down to 3.5 inches if I need to. I only have like one ball in my arsenal that's laid out 3.5 pin to PAP. So Anyway, guys, hopefully next week I can get this ball drilled and get it out on the lanes, and we'll get a ball review video together. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.